an expedition. He's got his little his fanny pack. He's going for some tourist sites. Alu backing up, expecting the boost, and he's not wrong.
Yeah, this is really cool by FaZe, just trying to make sure they can be fast to a B rotation if B is to happen. And Alu able to actually get rid of the player who was trying to attack him there, but Stewie comes in from connector. Oh my god, Stewie's going to be very disappointed about that one, and FaZe will start knocking him down like dominoes, one after the other. It's just automatic who remains now in this position by the window. Stewie's going to be really, really mad about that one. I think it should have been a guaranteed kill. But the pistols are unreliable. The Glock is an unreliable pistol, especially when players have their backs to you. It's notoriously difficult to get those headshots connected. So sometimes it does happen, but this is not the place you want it to happen. Automatic looking for just any overextension here. But FaZe, they know that there is no way in hell they're ever throwing this round away.
The FaZe.
Nice first kill from Automatic though, but he's got no health, and he'll quickly be dispatched by Kiyoshima.
Reddit threads incoming. FaZe clan off to a start that Cloud9 will lament, that is for sure. Pistols coming out for the T side. Force buy, apart from Skadoodle, who will be saving 48 WP. He's got $1,500 in the bank. Some rifles on these FaZe players, Kiyoshima and Alu. The rest of them opting for SMGs, that kill bonus, that moving accuracy, that utility. Ooh. Ooh. It's a good start from nothing.
It's a meaty one. Can they capitalize though? That's 5 versus 4. Alu's waiting patiently. That smoke's going to go away soon, but we get the peaks coming in. Stewie making good with that Tech 9 of his, able to seal away in Hamas, and also get the frag onto Rain. There's only 2 players left now for FaZe. This should have been a simple affair, but Stewie has made it quite complicated with the help of nothing. We'll discover that one player is coming from the vent now as Kiyoshima makes his way from CT as well. Looks like FaZe are really fighting back here. Couple, well, a deagle from nothing. And the Glock of Skadoodle is going to be hard to hold this push with. I mean, Kiyoshima has a rifle. Surely has a big edge against these players. Skadoodle with no Kevlar as well. Was saving for an AWP. Kiyoshima smoking the bomb for the pressure now. Just trying to tap it. Trying to put the pressure onto that Cloud9 team. Trying to bait them into coming out of their hidey holes. But it's going to be Kiyoshima looking the wrong way. Allowing nothing to take him down from the back. And a great steal of a round coming in from Cloud9. All off the back of that initial opening from nothing with that deagle.
That ends up being an awkward situation for Kiyoshima, where he no longer has time to defuse the bomb, and all he can do at that point is either leave the site or lose a rifle. I mean, yes, he might get the kills, but there we go. Awkward stuff for him. Cloud9 with an important round, an early round that will afford them rifles and grenades, bomb planter bonus as well. There's a force buy from FaZe. The scout onto Carrigan. Again, back in the Face It League days. Face It Stage 2, his team won. He was the sniper of the team and top fragged in the tournament as well. So I do wonder if we'll see that Carrigan come back one day. Although Ali will always be ahead of the queue as far as snipers are concerned. Can they force and win straight back? You have to wonder what that would do to the psyche of Cloud9 at this point after a demoralizing overpass.
Yeah, Cloud9 setting up for a quick A play. They're down to 4 players. They want to keep things simple now. And they have a few grenades to do so. With only 1 Molotov left, Alu playing above jungle. Sorry, Shadow, that is. And he will be able to take down Skadoodle. This is going to make things a bit awkward here. Will eventually die, but he's actually managed to make things quite, well, significantly easier for his team. As he's actually slowed down the push quite a lot. Allowed FaZe to get into position. Another headshot coming in from Carrigan. Now just 2 players left here for Cloud9, and they're quite low. One more place shot with those deagles will take down either player. So things have gotten quite complicated for Cloud9. All they wanted was a simple finish, but they've gotten the opposite for this round. And it's an easy finish there for Carrigan with that scout.
3K for Carrigan with the scout in that round. Again, like, how do you keep your head in the game if you're Cloud9 at this point? You got Rex on overpass. You had a great opportunity after winning the second round and immediately get bodied in the third.
Amazing stuff there from Karrigan. And this is the kind of thing that makes FaZe so scary, is that they're always going to be like hurting your economy, because even if in a round like that where they lose it, they're going to get way more damage done than they should, and sometimes they will win those rounds as well. And so you have to be able to step up to that individual skill that they have, and there's very few teams in the world that are able to do that consistently. So we'll see if Cloud9, with their buy here, can actually keep the fights going in these force buy situations. The battle of the force buy is always a fun one. But who will be victorious, FaZe or Cloud9? No fast frags this time.
Shroud in a panic position, biding his time with the Deagle, hoping for an opportunity, but no one's close at the moment. Rain at the back of A. He needs a focus on mid from both teams at present, and Nico's going to strike first blood. Automatic towards chair. Stewie still top mid at present. He's got a bomb not far behind him, and Skadoodle has been around B apartments. That is no push. He will rotate with his scout. One thing we've seen from some CT teams on Mirage is Molotovs in the CPL, once that smoke comes through, to keep a gap open for them. Not many teams are doing it, but some are. We'll see if that comes into play later on. But for now, it is FaZe positioning for a crossfire around the connector position. Again, Shroud is still in the Palace area. And there he is. Nico exposed.
And Automatic sneaking into a very forward position. Finally looking for an opener, and it's Rain taken down, but the information is there. We get the trade coming in from Shroud. Really nice shot coming in from Shroud, actually, from the Palace position. And now it's Ali trying to hold things down. Sees across, puts on some pressure there. And now things get a bit easier. Karrigan able to unlock middle, and that's where he's going to come from. Shroud absolutely devastating this round with this Deagle of his. And Karrigan looking for the clutch again. Karrigan's been pretty huge so far in this very short Mirage game that we've had. Goes in for the first entry, finds it with the AK-47. Just Shroud left, already with 3 kills. Can he make it 4? He has to make it 4 to save the round. And Karrigan knows he can just go for the hold here, but he's actually going to... Oh my God!
Are you serious?
Absolutely disgusting stuff there from Shroud with the Deagle. Incredible rounds.
Even he couldn't believe he landed that. Shroud taking all the fingers off, leaving them with only thumbs. Can't do much with that. What a disgusting round from Shroud. Man knows his angles. Damn.
Godlike round from Shroud. A player who's come under much criticism, but shows that he is indeed incredibly mechanically skilled.
Man, that is Jesus mode. Not that I doubt man like Jesus carries a Deagle with him, but, you know, if he did.
I suppose so. Yeah, it's interesting now because the force buy battle continues. We'll see which team is going to win consecutive rounds here. Will it be FaZe or Cloud9? Cloud9 now with a very sturdy situation. 2 UMPs, decent amount of grenades, 3 AKs going for an approach into the B-bomb side. Karrigan has caused many an issue, and he'll continue to do so. The CZ comes into play now, but Shroud once again entry fragging for the team. Cloud9 looking to potentially secure a consecutive round now, as it's just Nico and Ali who's left. But I think Nico actually understands. He sees the gun barrel. Can't quite get an easy kill, but manages to make it happen without losing health. And maybe there's a chance here, but it is all onto Nico.
Nico versus 3. He has high ground advantage, but the grenades are with the T side. And that's going to be that. Shroud on fire at the moment. 2 more kills in that round for him. Leading the charge, 7 for 3 is Shroud. Hello, nice to see you. Welcome to ECS Finals. Indeed, Dan, a consecutive round has been won, and that will leave FaZe with mostly, if not completely, USPs. Indeed, nothing will be purchased in this round from the CT side. They've got the money in the piggy bank, which will soon be smashed, but for now they'll try to collect a little bit more.
And the funny thing about that round with Shroud and the Deagle is that I thought that Karrigan would go for the hold, but he probably thinks that he can just make it a sure thing, because, you know, he'll win that fight. If Shroud is running with the Deagle, there's no way that he gets, you know, a crazy one-shot.
YouTube time.
Man that have arrived. Shroud once again able to go in with a couple kills, but that's all he's going to get.
Couple things. Oh, Karrigan, great timing from him, but not great enough. This is a body bag round for FaZe. Nico has a weapon to save. Bomb is down. And Alu, he may not be long for this world. Indeed, he isn't. And Sue gets a nice upgrade from the UMP to the AK. 4 AKs taken into the next round. crowd approves. 4-2. M4s coming out for FaZe. They have very little in the name of utility. Some smokes, the odd flashbang here and there. Cloud9, though, taking a presumed tactical timeout. This is an important round for Cloud9 again. They have had little momentum, but this is an important round for them, a round of opportunity. They don't want to be losing much to FaZe in the early stages of Mirage. This is their map after a brutal overpass. They need to take it to a third map.
So one thing that they don't have to worry about is the AWP just yet, of course, of FaZe, and that is one thing that can be quite scary on this map. Lots of options for that AWP on a map like Mirage for the CT side. But Cloud9, one thing that I want to see from them is, some good mid control. It's one of the most complex things to do on the T side is to do really good mid control, because a team like FaZe might decide to typically fight for it. See, there we get the initial grenades there to pressure middle. And FaZe aggressive is Rain in the Palace position. They wanted to take a small aggression somewhere, and he finds a very good angle there. And now down a man is Cloud9. And again, a lot of T sides are very predictable when they go down a man. A lot of them just go straight for a smoke set, execute somewhere on the map. And FaZe will likely expect that. Cloud9 have done that consistently so far, whenever in this position. And looks like they may do so again. Setting up positions again, retaking the Palace to make it a sure thing as Cloud9 slowly move into all the spots they need to throw those grenades.
I would say that this is wasting a lot of time for Cloud9, but as we saw in the previous map, sometimes they'll just wait around until the dying seconds of the round before they go in for their push. Creeping in, Alu, he'll spot some players. High explosives will be deployed, but Rain is the person who may be winning a round for his team. Ali will be the bait in the meantime. Will anyone check this angle? There's still time for Cloud9. They've got error correction. Ooh, the bomb planted. It's exposed. It's on triple, and the bomb goes down successfully. Rain can't get a frag. Nice kill from Skadoodle. And there's good post-plant positions for Cloud9 here. One player in jungle. Now Nico trying to go for a hero defuse perhaps. 4 versus 3 for the CT side. Nice defense from Nico. Stewie starting to emerge back into the site. Hasn't been spotted just yet. Nothing running the distraction in the meantime. 2 kills for him. He's done his job. Stewie holding the off angle. Takes Karrigan by surprise. Now in the 1 versus 1. Nice angle for a flashbang, but Nico is ready for it. The spray comes in just as Stewie emerges. And the round will go to FaZe, or will it? Is there time? It's going to be close, but I think he's good.
That was close.
There we go.
Very close. Huge play from Nico, playing it very calm and collected, baiting out player one after another until he finally was able to finish things off. I was surprised how well Nothing did in that position. Overall, I think Cloud9 handled that round very well, and going for a contact play instead of actually just throwing all the nades in as I thought they may. But, FaZe always tough to deal with. We'll scrape by on that round, and they'll have a buy here, AWP on Alu, so we'll finally get to see the AWPs for both teams. And Alu could be up against Skadoodle, and he will fall. Good start for Cloud9, and there's almost no grenades here for FaZe, with well over a minute and a half left on the clock. And there's only 1 smoke for them. That's not good, James.
It isn't. Changing approach from Cloud9 in this round. Shroud has been left to deal with Palace and Ramp. Just keeping the CTs honest. Over there, nobody pushing on this occasion. Nico having a look towards Connector. He'll be blinded for the time being. Stewie going to make a nuisance of himself. As Cloud9 perhaps move towards a B play. 4 of the 5 players in apartments. Stewie may be there to cut off rotation, or perhaps make a play towards the A site later on. He's holding his angle for players jumping on the table support to look and see if anybody's under the window. Karrigan holding an angle. They'll run past. Lovely stuff from them. Nico picked off in the meantime towards the middle area. Karrigan's got to reposition. He's got Kiyoshima in for support, but he needs to frag. There's a good start for him, but there is still a man advantage. Make it 2 for the T side. Oh, it gets dinked through the corner of the wall. Might save him for a brief second, but no. It is Rain remaining with an MP7. Not too much to lose. Again, looking for an opportunist kill and manages to get one. Not sure if he knew anything about that. Shroud taken out. The bomb is planted. Stewie will reposition towards mid. So I don't know if Rain will find anything better than this MP7. But the round indeed goes to Cloud9.
really rising to the occasion, Cloud9 so far. Some amazing plays to keep themselves in this one individually from everybody on the team. And that AWP duel, so important to win at the beginning of the round. Shroud's Deagle clutch, we've seen so much good from Cloud9 to put themselves in a position where, okay, they're 4-3 right now, but if you look at the scoreboard, you see a situation where we see resets for FaZe. Their economy is getting reset, and it's getting reset. And again, they're a team that's very dangerous with pistols. We might see them force it.
Sorry, nothing, just had the cheekiest face. 5-3. The money's been busted again for FaZe. If Cloud9 can keep FaZe broke, then maybe they look good for Mirage. Still early days, however, so we can't read too much into things at present, but a much better performance from Cloud9 than on Overpass so far. Pistols for FaZe, only Alu with Kevlar, and again, these Deagles, Nico showing who's boss. Stewie picked up, that's a very nice first frag.
Yeah, the reverse angle of where Nothing got his Deagle opening in rounds previous. And again, it's an awkward spot for Cloud9 in many senses. You sort of want to just keep things simple at this point. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to lose another man before you can gather the numbers. Important frag from Skadil there, actually taking down Carrigan, who's going aggressive. So it's as though FaZe gave an opportunity here to Cloud9. I think they could definitely have played it very passively and sat on the 4 versus 3, but instead going aggressive on Apartments has given Cloud9 the idea to now make that the place they finished the round on that B bomb site. But Nico, he's already got 2 kills to that Deagle. Sure, he's got 25 health, but it's Nico. Doesn't need anything. As long as he's alive and has a Deagle, he is a round-winning problem, potentially, for Cloud9.
No weapons collected just yet for the FaZe clan, but will they even require them? Nico, though, sometimes the flames will spread, and perhaps that is a blessing in disguise for Cloud9. They don't know where these CTs are, but they've taken the long approach. Well, with 2 AKs, I don't know if they want to go for a retake here. Probably not, especially so far away with no defuse kit. So they'll hold on to what they have, and it will be another round in the bag for Cloud9, 6-3. And FaZe don't have the most spectacular loss bonus at the moment, so there's more opportunity to come for the Cloud9 side. So their T side looking good at the moment here on Mirage.
Yeah, they're looking really good, and it's always so scary. And as I was saying, even if you put FaZe to, like, you start resetting them, which is of course the best way to, of course, win against any team. But they're going to have Deagles, they're going to have pistols, and no matter what they have, it will be problematic. Even getting 2 frags out of this round with 2 incredible Deagle shots from Nico, keeping that pressure on, just hurting the economy for Cloud9, making sure that they can't grow too out of control. That should FaZe win a round, they'll be able to get some resets of their own in, but Cloud9's money is starting to build now, so as we see the buys coming in from FaZe, I'll be curious as to see whether they can get those resets. And here's another look at those Deagle shots. It's so weird because he got tagged there, James. How does he still connect the Deagle? I don't even know.
That's so unfortunate for him. Molotov spreads halfway through. Sometimes it catches you unawares. Used to be good in Bedroom on Inferno when it existed. No longer though. 2-1-2 set up from the CT side, despite the limitations of their buy. Rain going aggressive towards short Stewie, running distraction towards top mid. Spots Rain, spots one of the 2 AKs. And maybe Cloud9 will use that information to move quickly into the B bomb site. Carrigan dropping a smoke, trying to make life more difficult. Rain good for the 1 kill, but he'll get traded. And Alu's there with the other AK. Lovely stuff from Alu, 2 headshots so far. Man advantage, buying time for his team as well. Stewie and Skadoodle left. One is stuck in his apartments, just making it out now. And again, Alu, he is lurking somewhere around this bomb site. And the longer Cloud9 look for him, the closer the rest of the CTs will be. Another one makes his way into the bomb site. Now it's Kiyoshima in the market area. Patience from Cloud9 will even the numbers. 2 Deagles remain versus 2 full health Cloud9 players. Stewie on a fact-finding mission. Down to 30. Is he quick enough though? Yes, he is. Crisis averted for Cloud9, 7-3.
But now the big buy comes in from FaZe, the true buy. Everybody fully geared up in this round, just lacking a couple incendiaries, but that's about it. Now what is the plan from Cloud9 here? They have and Alu to worry about as far as the AWP is concerned. Previously, Skadoola could vest him on middle, but we might see a fast play from Cloud9, in fact, right off the get-go to try and just disrupt FaZe. They know that this is FaZe's buy that they were saving for, the big buy, so they want to just get in there with shock and awe and try to just crush a bomb site straight away, and that's the plan. But will it be successful? That's the question. Will FaZe work it out? They don't really have positions that are committed on the bomb site, so if they play retake on A, they could be all right in this situation if Cloud9 do overrun this A bomb site soon.
Patiently waiting for action are FaZe. They'll let Cloud9 play their hands. In a retake situation on the A bomb site, see Nico moving around connector, wondering what might be around the corner, and indeed, automatic lurking in mid, and he picks Nico off. So it's up to Rain to see what's going on. I thought he might be jump peeking off the trash can, but it will be the boost instead. The plant comes in towards triple. Unbeknownst to Kishima, there is a player below him. Hello! A flying dome. Another flashbang in. He's completely blind. He's left his teammate to die. 5 versus 3, looking good again for Cloud9. It's this safe territory for FaZe.
Great finish here from Cloud9, but we can't forget the open as well and how successful that was. It all started with automatic getting a pick towards connector, winning a 1 versus 1 against Nico. That's where this round started, because this was a very simple strategy. It's just A with smokes essentially, and just done very well, but you have to make sure those opening kills count.
The fabled A with smokes. For those of you at home, always good to learn to smoke connector from top mid. That will allow you to split the site, as Cloud9 did with automatic in the middle area. Well, certainly helps anyway. Lovely pick there, knows his angles. And again, the team play, the pop flashes, allow Stewie to clean up towards CTA. And it's good for a 5-round lead. FaZe have opted for a tactical timeout, of which 10 seconds remain. So we will soon be back in the action. They are headed towards maximum loss bonus following the conclusion of this round, should they prove unsuccessful. However, they still have the AWP on Alu and a bunch of pistols. Nico's on a deagle once again, so who knows what will happen in this round.
Yeah, and this is a map that Cloud9 have had a lot of success on in the past. We saw some amazing matches on this, especially I recall one that they played against SK, where they were so close to winning it, but they just couldn't win from some of these clutch situations. And now we have Cloud9 winning a lot of clutch situations to put themselves in this position, and now they're playing some good fundamental Counter-Strike to also back that up, to have this 8-3 lead. We can't forget that. A fast aggressive play though from FaZe with the AWP. Again, they're not really going for a full buy. They're just going to see what Alu can do with this, getting his aggression on a mid. Not too much to begin with. The smokes will deny him. There's no real pushing as well. So Cloud9 trying to play this pretty safe, not really leaving anything to chance. Automatic will eventually make an appearance on middle to try to set his team up to take middle area. And indeed, Stewie is set up. Gets his opening onto Alu. That's the AWP down in connector.
Great pop flash from automatic to allow Stewie to peek that angle. And then he'll deploy that smoke I was talking about from bottom mid instead of top. But again, it just denies information to the CTs to isolate someone should they want to play in connector. And often that's not the best idea. Speaking of ideas, a 2-man push in Palace from FaZe. Nico around the corner from where the bomb is headed. This could be a disaster area for Cloud9. Could be an absolute disaster, especially with the timing. Oh well. Carrigan on the flank. Very big flank from B, if he chooses to go. But 4 versus 2, he may just want to save his weapon. Kishima left in CT spawn, but I think most of this round is concluded. So here's a fight. The aim punch doesn't let Carrigan's crosshair get anywhere close to automatic. So now Kishima, with pretty much nothing to lose, makes his presence known, looking for the digs, looking for the pot shots. But nothing doing. Ooh. There's a player on underpass though, but Stewie's got 11 HP. Awkward. Doesn't want to really take a fight and potentially lose an AWP. That would be even worse. Cloud9 look like they'll be taking 2 AWPs into the next round of T Mirage, and that's something you almost never see.
It's hard to make it work well. I think it's on the T side, it's hard to get opening opportunities across the map. And the other thing to remember as well is that the next buy from FaZe, well, the next round from FaZe is going to be pretty scary as well. So FaZe, you know, if they do actually play that aggressive play style, maybe the ops will actually work. But if FaZe play very, very passively and force Cloud9 to go for an execution onto a bomb site, that's where the ops are going to struggle. So this is what we have to look out for. And the interesting thing for me now as well is that FaZe, a really good scenario from this point is them finishing this half on about 5 rounds, 5 to 6 rounds. That's the best case that they can get. I think 5 rounds is realistic, but still a tough ask. So 4 orbs on the map. We'll see exactly how that plays out. Karrigan picking it up with Alu. This should be interesting.
Alu using the smoke as a brick wall. Oh my God. You can't even throw flashbangs versus Skadoodle. That is grotesque. Karrigan's probably thinking, I didn't even jump, man. I'm nowhere near my space bar, bro.
The big orb plays. We said it's hard to get the ops to work, the double ops to work on T side.
What do we know, Dan? What do we know?
They proved us wrong in the most dramatic of fashions. I can't believe that. You don't just throw a grenade and you'll die against Skadoodle, even in full cover. Unreal advantage now for Cloud9. 5 versus 3. Kiyoshima and Nico taking the ops. Maybe they think, okay, Karrigan and Ali, you guys were doing it wrong. I'm going to show you how it works. Kiyoshima playing it very close here. It'll be very difficult. He has the AK-47 though. Oh, Shroud jumping out the window, taking Kiyoshima down with him as he falls. And now it's just Nico and Rain, and they're essentially in a safe situation. The retake of the B bomb site is hard enough, but when you're out of position, out of members on your team, it is definitely safe territory. And Cloud9 sending quite the statement in this round, James. Quite the statement.
Yeah, it may have looked like Nico's going for a hero play there, but he's just giving himself space to retreat if somebody pushes forward. Believes in his skills to get the first pick and then start to move back. And maybe they were heard rotating towards CT from Automatic, who was in connector, but it doing some damage. But I don't think Cloud9 would be too bothered if they lost one of these 2 AWPs. Shroud is playing very well at the moment. He was top fragging earlier and he continues to do so. Shroud 16 to 7 at the moment. Stewie2K not too far away, 16 for 6. Oh, it's even better, isn't it? Hello.
Oh my God, that's so amazing. That's such an amazing shot.
That is not bad either.
It's crazy. They're trying to best each other, trying to do some one-upmanship here. 10 to 3, and Cloud9 are playing an amazing Mirage. It can be very hard to be that top fragger if you are the dedicated AWPer on the T side, but Skadoodle has found a way to do so against one of the best opponents the world has to offer at the moment. Now trying to take control of top middle is Cloud9. And FaZe have a 2-man setup towards the slope position. And they have 3 grenades left, and there's 1.5 minutes left in this round. So not a good look here for FaZe. At this point, it feels as though they'd be lucky to even take 4 rounds into the second half. It's great to see dominance met with dominance as a response. You know, we saw FaZe, crushing Cloud9 on the first map, but Cloud9, just increasingly ridiculous shots, James.
Yeah, this is a great answer to the overpass map. Great answer to a great performance from FaZe. Nothing, having a look-see, trying to find out what's going on towards A. Cloud9 using the clock once again. They've got possession of connector. Nobody's peeking short B at present, but perhaps Kiyoshima is making his way there. 44 seconds. Stewie's been harassing towards B this entire time, shooting through walls and such. Nico spots 2 players towards A, including the bomb, so that may cause a rotation.
FaZe making their way back here. There's a fight to be had around connector. Got nothing sitting in that position, waiting for the right moment. He will actually lose the engagement against Rain. Rain with a double. Really nicely done by him. Now he's got a 3-man attack to worry about as they make their way into the bomb site. But Stewie's too fast, too quick from that Palace position, leaving just Karrigan left. He's had some good rounds so far, but this is a tall order, especially with the form that we're looking at with these AWPs of Stewie and Skadoodle, and then Shroud to back it all up as well with the AK. Karrigan will start to shuffle his way in, but he will also not be long for this world. Another kill from Skadoodle. What an amazing game from the likes of him.
That was moving towards a high-pressure situation as well on the A site. With 20 seconds, Rain has the angle towards the site, but smartly Cloud9 put one player in Palace, and that allows them to get the pick and then get the bomb down. 11-3, the last round of the first half, and look what FaZe have to fight with. It's not a lot. There is a P90 in play, though. That's always good. Rain with the M4 doing as much as he can. Only good for the one kill, though. Carrigan's been dropped as well, so this push has been muted. This aggression by the CT side is not going to amount to much just yet. Nico managed to collect the M4, but once the smoke has expired, don't know who it will favor. Potential double peek from the T's. Spots people moving around. He's been seen as well. It's a 4 versus 2. The bomb's down on A. You don't fancy their chances. Good doodle. I did say at the beginning of this match that Shrouds and Nothing would have to perform, but Skadoodle also is with some really nasty shots. 12-3 half. What an answer to overpass.
Yeah, 18 frags from Shroud. Stewie second with 17. Skadoodle with, third with 13. They have had an amazing game. I mean, we can't really overlook what it took to put them in this position. Again, it took just an insane force by battle from either team where we had no idea which way it was going. It came down to just crazy clutch plays from both sides, insane shooting abilities, and Shroud was the one to really step it up when the team really needed it. Nothing as well with some great openings in that very tense time. But they managed to finish 12-3. What a remarkable result. And now they can close it all down with a pistol victory. That's all it takes, really, from this position. We'll see if they have it in store for FaZe. But FaZe, they want to go for some pressure here with the smoke towards A. See if they can pull some rotations.
And so it begins. Rain taken down. The bomb's been left, though, in a position where it could rotate. Oh, automatic in sandwich. And the T's are just running past. Not going to go back. He's got places to be. Maybe that was jungle, but Skadoodle says the doors are closed. Alu, in the meantime, has made his way into the B bomb site, but Stewie is lurking, so this pistol run could really go either way. It is madness at the moment. The bomb has not been spotted by the CTs. So we've got players just casually moving through A and players casually moving through B for the T side. This is getting super, super weird. Ali with a fast 2K, and again, Cloud9 still haven't seen the bomb. They have no idea what's going on.
But at the moment, if you want two players left in this spot, it's Shroud and Stewie. They've been playing so well. Shroud will win the 1 versus 1 against Ali, preventing him from getting 3 in this round. He tries to make his way into that A bomb site using a fake pop flash, but it's not going to work. Now just waiting for Stewie to get into position. And also waiting to see if the T's will push him. Sometimes the T's will like to reclaim CT, but in this instance, with the plant that they have, they're going to fall back on the bomb site itself. And it looks like we'll get that double face coming in from Shroud and Stewie. Can they save this one? A lot of tension here for these players. A nice pressure onto the bomb there as Shroud runs in, tries to find something. Oh, immediately taken down in the smoke by Nico. And FaZe take the pistol, a much needed, an absolute requirement to stay in this map. The pistol round here on the second half.
That's one of the most bizarre pistol rounds I've ever seen on Mirage. It's like just running past Sandwich. Hello, just making my way through the side, don't mind me. 12-4. FaZe with an opportunity for a comeback, and perhaps they can have the consecutive rounds that Cloud9 eventually got on their T side. By no means is Mirage over, despite the strong performance from Cloud9 in the first half. We've got a 4-man stack in and around the B bomb site from Cloud9, 1 player in apartments. That's Shroud playing the off angle. But FaZe, they've put the numbers towards the middle area, which can be a problem for the T's on an anti-eco, anti-force fire, because you can be peaked from so many areas. But there's a smoke down on short, there's a smoke down in CPL, and those smokes will start to disappear as Kishima goes to ask questions towards the B bomb site. He's one of the expendable players with a cheap SMG. Again, we see a lack of UMPs. There was an infamous round on Train where FaZe had 5 UMPs after winning the pistol and just made bags of cash. But seem to have fallen out of fashion with the side. So far, so good. 2 kills, though, for the CT side at the moment. Close to the 5-7, but that's a great shot from Rain, leaving Nothing alone. And Nico with a reasonably standard flank canceller. Nice bunny hopping. Maybe kept him alive for a second or two, but no damage done. 12 to 5.
So it's eco territory here for Cloud9, and it's a much needed just moment of calm, I think, for FaZe, or should be at the very least, because there shouldn't be much of a fight that Cloud9 should be able to put up, but they actually have a stack in the right place, so this could get very interesting, although they're all huddling around the same positions in the A bomb sites. And it could be undone by just a couple Molotovs, all of it. So it's going to be very fun to see if that's the case, because we do get the Molotovs tossed out here. The MAC-10s are going to make quick work, or should make quick work, of these CTs as they start to strafe out into the engagements. Well, a flashing going on here, and a beautiful spray down from Nico. Artistic, even.
Wow, artistic. Garden Hose was out. By time. Skadoodle with that CT AWP, always good at saving for sniper rifles, getting them as soon as possible. Got Kevlar to boot. Not always guaranteed with snipers in CSGO, but he's more careful than others. Skadoodle headed towards CPL to start. 2-1-2 set up from the CT side. See him in position. Smokes top mid. Got to be careful with those smokes. Sometimes you'll see T's creeping around him. In fact, Alu's done exactly that. He's making his way towards short. The second smoke can suggest a fast play, a fast split towards the B bomb site, but he's using it to look into connector. And Nico's tracers will expose his position. 2 quick kills for Cloud9.
Yeah, really big problem, and right now FaZe need a big individual performance to bring things back into their favor. Carrigan could be the man here. He's found himself into a great position. Only Galil though, oh, looking away just at the wrong moments. Nothing will take full advantage, leaving Alu and Kiyushima. Again, we do have a great position on Alu, actually, in the jungle, well, soon to be in the jungle position if he wants to be, over by the window, as Kiyushima makes his way across from the slope. But there is a flank in Stewie, and he might just catch it. Yes, he will. And that's the bomb. Nice. And likely the round now, as Alu will have to do quite the adventure to get back to the bomb, as well as make enough frags to actually get a plant down here. But he'll do as much damage as he can in this position. 40 seconds to try to find a way to do damage. That's a new objective that he has. And he falls at the first hurdle. 13 to 6 now as Cloud9 look to be having quite the mirage and are looking to close it down in quick fashion if they can.
Okay, so we have another buy for FaZe. Alu, he's got himself a sniper as well. But can he lead his team to success? That is the question. They won the pistol, but they've lost the first buy round for both sides. And here comes the second. Nobody in mid this time for Cloud9, so maybe they're trying to play against expectation. Or trying to be one step ahead. Skadoodle's made his way towards CTA. You see all the smokes down in mid once again. But this time there is, I was going to say there was no Alu creeping up short. He's just creeping through mid with his favored weapon. FaZe taking initial map control. 3 players in mid. Still 3 players in B, just waiting for Cloud9, being very patient. No one around connector. So as that clock continues to tick, you wait to see some repositioning from Cloud9 and perhaps some aggression. Stewie starting to move through B apartments.
Yeah, the positioning is really good here for FaZe. They've set this up well, and they can cut off the rotation so easily with these positions as they want to make their way into A. Cloud9 are in a lot of trouble at the moment. It's going to be hard to see them coming out of this situation well, but that is a good start there, taking down one of the players, and both of the players towards the window, and that's, oh my god, Cloud9 and their defense looks immaculate so far, as Alu has all the pressure on him now to try to get an opener. Manages to get the tag onto Skadoodle, but now they know he's there. Great follow-up there from Alu, taking the player down by the triple. And now it's on to Nico to win this 1 versus 1, but nothing is too quick for Nico in this instance. And Alu's going to have to turn tail and run with that AWP of his. You have to try to survive for about 25 seconds now. And they know exactly where he is, and they are coming quickly onto his position. And Molotov out for some pressure here as he falls back, but that was all their plan all along, as Shroud is ready to catch that. 14 to 6.
Great timing on the push through B apps from Cloud9, allowing them to rotate the players out of the B bomb site, and they also caught good timing around a crawl space towards CPL. And they won their duels, which often comes down to 14-6, a forced buy from FaZe. They can't afford to lose any more rounds. They don't want to play against game point for what would be the rest, and that's a great many rounds. So they'll do what they can with these Deagles. 4 Deagles and a cameo appearance from a Tech9 onto Alu. There's one grenade, too far. Maybe a second one is in tow. Sometimes in that position, you'll see a fast boost into the apartments for a CT player. It takes a while to get up on the box, and it can be ill timing if there's an AWP with a good spawn on the T side, but a fast boost from the CTs can make a difference there. It is a rare boost, however, just in front of the balcony. Minute 10, FaZe, speaking of boosts, they've made progress towards A.
Yeah, some passive positions here from Cloud9 to allow for that. But again, only Deagles here, just the one Tech9 for FaZe. So gonna have to see something rather ridiculous from FaZe to make this one work. Oh, nothing caught with a grenade in his hand. Not a mistake you can make against these players. And he will fall. But still, 4 teammates of his still to offer a defense onto this A bomb site as we get some flashing going in. Here's Automatic, will now turn the corner and doing a great job there. Good for the double with the AK, and maybe another one as we get the planter Kiyoshima in a problematic spot, using a smoke to try to work his way out of that position and perhaps into some frags right now as he's stuck on the bomb site. His 2 teammates a bit far away as well as Stewie now comes in for the flank, dealing with Kiyoshima. Spots an empty bomb site as well, so they'll start to make sense of this situation, and the remainder of FaZe are revealed. Nico at connector, Alu at jungle. Nico going for the shot. Skadoodle says no. Not this time, Nico. Alu denied as well. 15 rounds now for Cloud9. They're almost there, James. Almost.
They're almost there, indeed. Not far away. FaZe, there's not much going on. Might have to fight with rubber chickens in this round. Two M4s to UMP onto FaZe. Those are the points of interest. Although Nico's on a Deagle, that's always a point of interest. The usual smokes, and maybe it is a fast play towards B this time. Rain's already in a short position, catches Automatic with a grenade in his hand, and that's a free kill for him. Shroud, he's in isolation, but Skadoodle soon to the market, but no kills for C9 just yet.
Skadoodle has been having a great game, a lot of kills through smokes, but this one's a bit too difficult, and they're actually going to just go and hide, it seems, at this point. There's not really a situation where they can easily deal with this. When you lose players so rapidly towards that bomb site, and there's 5 strong holding it, it's just so difficult to get back in to B. So we will try to get some work done here, though, and there is a lot of money and a lot of rounds to be played with for Cloud9, so they can try to keep the pressure up, play some exits perhaps. But I think that FaZe will realize that the apartments are not safe at the moment, so they'll make their escape elsewhere. Carrigan has cleared a path safely towards the alley position, the window room position. So they know that's safe at the very least, but nothing is there as well. And he will spot some players there. In fact, I think spot 2. They'll start offering themselves up to nothing. Spraydown comes in, and Stewie and Skadoodle making extra frags as well. They took the bomb site with 5, James. There's 3 left for Cloud9, and then now there's 4 players dead at the end of the round for FaZe. That is some good work from Cloud9.
There's still money to buy, though, for the Cloud9 side. More pressure coming the way of FaZe. Nothing but pressure for the remainder of Mirage. A must-win for Cloud9, and they're looking good at the moment. 5 AKs out. Skadoodle looking for a snap. I think he landed it.
He did. Insane shot, to be honest. And more to follow. Nico going down with his very fast play onto short. Skadoodle, an insurmountable player, it would seem, with this AWP at the moment, as 2 players from FaZe are still on middle, but with no way in with that smoke up for the time being. FaZe in a lot of trouble, because they started this round with 3 players who didn't have any grenades because of all the damage that Cloud9 did on the exits in the previous round. So that really goes a very long way. Even though Cloud9 lost that round, they've set themselves up very well here.
Nothing playing enough angle, or Rain trying to be sneaky just in case, but it wasn't enough. Kiyoshima's there to trade, however. Very sharp with his AK-47. Skadoodle picked off 3-on-3. Lots of time for FaZe to move with. Stewie trying to position around triple, but it's not going to work out for him. Kiyoshima waiting for Shroud to peek from short. That leaves Automatic alone. And now the duels are being won by FaZe. Cloud9 had a dominant run with the AKs, but FaZe are in control of the AKs now. Instant timeout from Cloud9.
Yeah, Kiyoshima, what a great job. A savior for FaZe has risen, it seems, as he's made that one possible. Again, Cloud9 very confident in the 1v1s there. Just offering it up to Kiyoshima, but he's very good in those situations. But still, Cloud9 with a crazy advantage. It would be unthinkable almost for FaZe to make it all the way back, surely. But Cloud9's money is not good. They're going to have to go for a somewhat of a safer. It's kind of a half buy, just a bunch of pistols, some grenades. We're going to see just a Kevlar onto Stewie. So there's something to work with here for Cloud9. You would expect FaZe to, if they've been good at keeping track of the money, that they'll run an anti-eco here.
Molotovs are in play for FaZe. Oh man, the Deagles continue to do nasty things for both of us. It is damage limitation. Now, AK's in an awkward place as well, and Rain may feel compelled to just cover it to make sure it does not end up in enemy hands. Nico's got the high ground as well, so we'll see if Cloud9 get greedy and try to retrieve the weapon. Skadoodle's moved deeper towards A, so we'll keep an eye and see if he heads towards ramp to pick it up. FaZe just waiting at the moment. Pretty much everybody, save for Kiyoshima, standing still. Will C9 get greedy and go for that weapon? Doesn't seem to at the moment. Nothing moving back. Just in case anything's going on towards mid, he'll have a look, and he could catch Kiyoshima unawares. He's in the middle of mid at the moment, moving towards connector, but that smoke is still there. May save him for the time being, and indeed the bomb now rotates towards a ramp. Skadoodle playing the matchmaking spot. Here we go, the Molotovs begin the proceedings. And if that spreads, Skadoodle's going to be in a lot of trouble. But maybe he's in trouble anyway. Patient play with the P250, but it won't work out.
Unlucky not to get the frag there, to be honest, but in comes nothing. Looking for another one with the Deagle is denied in this case by Nico. As Shroud is playing off the smoke in jungle, and he's got a teammate coming in. Automatic is soon to be with him. Automatic with the CZ in hand. And this may just be a case of just trying to get an exit and trying to steal away another weapon from FaZe. At this point, FaZe don't know exactly where these two players are, and that could be to their benefit in getting the drop on a single player and maybe stealing one of those guns away, but looks like that's not the case. Kiyoshima finds Shroud. They'll still be on high alert towards this position. So they know that it's not safe, or it is potentially not safe. FaZe playing it very cautiously here. Nice peek out from Automatic. Almost a second one, I feel like, but down to 14 health. He is surely going to be dead soon. The bomb should deal with him if he stays in this position for much longer. He'll be able to escape here, but maybe not. Nico will take him down as he runs. Another round for FaZe. They're on 9 now. Up against the 15 of Cloud9, as Cloud9 will now be able to buy once again.
AWP for Skadoodle. He's got the cash for his armor as well. We see lack of helmets, but it doesn't really matter versus an AWP and 4 AK-47s. Can allow them to afford themselves some more utility instead. Quickly, FaZe. Oh, this is like old Kiyoshima, but it's Rain charging towards connector. Missed those days where he'd be there in all of 10 seconds. A very quick take of connector by FaZe. Vintage FaZe clan. No one anywhere near short B for Cloud9 to mount a defense of this position. And FaZe, with a successful take of mid, will position themselves elsewhere. The flash is there, but it's not enough. Rain gets a frag regardless. Kiyoshima picked off in connector, but Rain is still there, doing damage. Karrigan picking up Skadoodle off. The trades continue on the A site, and now it's in the hands of the T's.
Yeah, nothing really needed someone to survive by connector there to be safe against some of those angles, and unfortunately for nothing, he was not Now it does fall onto Shroud and Automatic. Shroud has had a great game as far as clutches are concerned, but will it be a clutch to win the map? This is a doable spot here. They have grenades to work off of, flashes and incendiaries, a smoke grenade as well. There's utility here as they just wait for FaZe to plant the bomb. Now they know for sure it's going to be the A-bomb side. Shroud starts to move. Flashbang there for Shroud to safely peek for the time being. One more flash available. As Shroud leads the way. They need to find the first player here. Smoke onto the bomb there to provide pressure. Great timing on the peak from Carrigan. And Automatic realizes with 23 health, it's all he can do now to get away with the AWP. But FaZe realizes this. They're going to try to deny him. Nice flick shot there from Automatic, but that's everything he's going to get here. 15 for Cloud9 still. FaZe, one more round. That means that they're on 10. Still 5 more rounds to go, James. It must be so excruciating to grind these rounds against Cloud9.
You say that, but you look at Kiyoshima's face after each round. He's loving life, man. He's got a big smile on his face. It's great. He is pretty chilled out. The man is relaxed.
He's a very calm individual, that's for sure.
15 to 10, and Cloud9 are on the pistols. And now 5 rounds may not seem so far away from FaZe. The FaZe who have won 4 in a row. They've won 7 from 10 in this half. So they're enjoying success. The Eagles are out once again. It would be a shame for Shroud's explosive play in the first half to mean nothing ultimately. So Cloud9, they need to win this map. They need to take it to that third map to train. Stewie having a look, not finding much. He's going fishing, but the lake might be dry. Carrigan and Nico moving through the Palace position, checking all the usual spots bit by bit. It's going to be hard though to check that close right. Players moving into connector in the meantime. Carrigan spotted him, making some noise. We'll see when Stewie chooses to strike. If nothing goes down around connector, that may mean that Stewie's more exposed. So he may be forced into a play, and indeed, down goes nothing. So what does Stewie do now? He's exposed to connector. He can't just stand his ground. On the low ground, he'll move towards Brand. Some pre-fire there. Just about not finishing off Nico. Does in the end on the repick, but it's a 2 versus 4. Versus pistols, FaZe won't be too concerned.
Oh my god, it's happening again, isn't it? Shroud with a quick 1D onto Alu, looking for the quick peek onto the next shot. Oh, Shroud again, taking down Rain here. Automatic looking to push the smoke, and he might get very lucky with the timing. Gets the fast frag, the AK is collected, but he is dead. It's up to Shroud. He's got Norp in hand now to finish it all off. Can't make it work. Carrigan with the save. Shroud is making this so incredibly tense with this deagle of his.
Four rounds between the two sides. Just when you think it's safe to close out a round, Shroud and his Desert Eagle causing more problems. Cloud9 have another timeout. Maybe to take a breather. Maybe to refocus and change approach. Cloud9 are at maximum loss bonus. Nothing but big buys coming from them. And again, they only need to take one over the line. Where's the coordination, guys? You sound like you're in a pub. Come on. There we go. Are they shouting for TSM?
I don't know, James. What's
no
going on?
15 to 11. Cloud9 on the buy once again. Lots of utility as well. Can they take it over the line now? The taste of defeat is bitter.
And they're looking for a fast picket towards connector. Not a huge amount of grenades left at this point for Cloud9 at 1 minute 30 left.
Ooh. Ooh.
And he's very brave to make his way in here. Could have a CT on any of these very close positions. He's only got Norp, but it's not a teammate to trade if things do go a bit awry. But and it is Rain now in position. He spots a gun barrel. Easy frag for Rain. Nico picking up 2 there. Really nice stuff from him. B bomb side is quite open at this point. Skadul's there though. Picks up a kill onto Nico. And he gets into position to do more. Skadoodle can still save this round for Cloud9. It's still a possibility here as he tries to play this close position with the shot position. And they know exactly what's going on. Kirishima with the finish. Another round for FaZe. That makes it 12 now. 3 more for overtime against Cloud9.
You start to wonder if the North American nightmare is coming back. The nightmare that Team Liquid had for a number of tournaments where they got close but could not close. It's the buy between the buys for Cloud9. $2,500 to $3,500. So pistols, armor, the odd grenade here and there. The big buy will come in the next round. They're running out of opportunities, Cloud9. Grenades being deployed, but nothing doing just yet. FaZe taking it slow. They know what this round is. They know what to expect from their opponent. They will wait them out. FaZe making sure there's no pushes anywhere. One player in Palace, one player ramp. Kishima's been left to manage B and the underpass. 2 players top mid for FaZe. Lots of time on the clock for them.
Yeah, and you can see they're giving a lot of respect to Cloud9 because in these rounds Cloud9 have been quite dangerous, just as FaZe tend to be. Not allowing any peaks to happen in the window position or connector as well before they ultimately fall back and say, all right, okay, you guys aren't going to be aggressive, so guess it's up to us then. FaZe about to make their mark, make their move onto the A-bomb site as we have Cloud9. Actually, with the information to know that this is happening, we see this push from nothing in the B apartments will allow them to deduce this, but it's not even required as they now will announce their presence with a series of grenades and an opening kill onto Skadoodle.
Rain trying to pressure the CT area, but little does he know, Stewie is around triple. Not a big deal for him, however. Nothing clearing house. 2 versus 3. They've done some damage. Nothing with a great shot onto Nico. Misses the no-scope, but he's still alive! Carrigan flying with the Tech9, leaving it down to Shroud, of course. The bomb's been planted. He's got a deagle, not much else. Rain to finish things off. The gap in the smoke was enough for the spray. 2 rounds. Is this the last full buy of Cloud9?
This was insane. If he hits this no-scope, oh my goodness. Carrigan, though, he denies it all. He denies the chances, and they start to wonder now of Cloud9 if this is getting into their heads that they are struggling so much to close this game, but they go to a double-up setup. Stewie and Skadoodle on those AWP. Stewie, the ever-aggressive player, looking to get a quick frag there in middle. Oh, he's going to get it as well. Nico will fall. What a peek, what a flick. What a player. Stewie, 2K, falls back now as the push comes into the B apartments.
Stewie with 27 kills. Shroud, he's had a good game so far. Not going to continue in this round. Stewie picking Kirishima off in the meantime, retaining the man advantage for his side. He's got a good angle as well. Dare FaZe peek this? No, nice smoke from them. Rain's made his way into connector, and the CTs, they must know it's B, but Rain is a problem, and he's got himself a 2K. That is humongous for his side. Nothing with the high ground, but there's no kit on these last 2 players. They don't really have much time. And I have to wonder, do they save at this point? Because they could eke together a better buy in the next round. This is a big gamble from them if they continue to push. There's 1 kill for nothing, charging into the site now, taken down by Rain and Stewie. He's got to save the AWP. Last chance saloon for Cloud9 at normal time.
Great round from Rain, what a catch there. We'll see Stewie able to pick up a last kill here as he was to be challenged, and a slim survival from Rain, but the money is not an issue for FaZe. For Cloud9, however, they have that max loss bonus. And FaZe take a time on actually, perhaps to collect themselves here. Wow, Rain really saving the round here with those kills of his, those 3 quick kills.
I'm surprised that Cloud9 went for it when it had 2 players left, because again, I mean, look at the impact it has on this round. Well, they managed to eke out a reasonable buy, actually. We'll see what Skadoodle is left with.
I think it's because they had that player coming in from the apartments. I think otherwise it is a no-go, but 1 more round, that's all FaZe need to get the overtime. They've been grinding this out for so long. Can Cloud9 stop them? Cloud9 have had some great rounds, but they can't quite seem to get the finish that they need to end this map and bring it to a third.
We've got to look for the Stewie factor. The fact that he's AWPing and Skadoodle is on the UMP. Again, there's different styles, but Cloud9 know they need aggression. They need to take the round away from FaZe, and that's what he'll be looking to do. Currently picking towards Palace, and maybe he's made the right play because the entire FaZe team are on the A site. And Skadoodle, you can see him in the boost position. He really needs to do some good work here. Nothing by Sandwich, only good for the one kill. Skadoodle will get traded immediately as well. Stewie around jungle, but they're going to have to wait for these smokes to go down.
3 versus 3. Stewie waits for the perfect timing, and his teammates will now rally towards this position, coordinate with him. Another smoke, but a gap to work with. Nico makes the run. He's going to go all the way around to short. Now can Cloud9 move in quickly enough? Can they take out these players? Nico's play only works if his teammates survive long enough, if they delay long enough here. Stewie waiting for the angle. They won't quite give it to him. It's quite the tease, but Stewie's teammate Automatic picks up a frag nonetheless, but Nico's now in position, and he'll start shooting. All of them down. 3 kills for Nico, and they've done it. They've grinded their way all the way back to being in this map. They've got an overtime. They've denied Cloud9 from finishing it off in regulation. That is a ballsy play, James, for Nico to run all the way around.
Tap, 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 tap. Just drilling them. 3 rounds a half, $10,000 per person. That's what we're looking at. FaZe taking a breather with a timeout. Just looking ahead at what is to come. See some words there from Nico. Good spirits, but it's time to refocus. It's been quite the comeback from FaZe to get to this point. You have to wonder how things are in the Cloud9 camp. Again, spectacular plays to get them such a nice lead. That lead has disintegrated. Now they're at risk again of a 0-2 scoreline. Does that play in the back of their minds? Double AWPs, Cloud9, they've gone for the all-in play at the beginning of overtime. Now, some people prefer 16K, 3 rounds. The fact it's 10K means that if Cloud9, if they get wiped out in this round, they are going to be in a lot of trouble.
See Alu already trying to get some picks to start that trouble for Cloud9 towards B, but he won't be successful just yet. He will be pushed back by the Molotov instead. And we'll have Cloud9 playing really passive positions towards B and really not having a huge presence in mid. It's just Stewie really in connector. It's getting quite late into the round now, or well, we're getting into the mid rounds, that is. And so you'd normally expect a team to start taking control of that position soon, so Stewie has to be careful. That said, it's not the case here for FaZe. They are themselves also awaiting aggression, but can't get a pick. No aggression to capitalize upon from the CT side, so now they're going to start pushing themselves.
Kishima moving through the underpass towards that connector position where Stewie is currently lurking. That's a very nice start from Stewie. Great timing from him. The bomb, though, still over towards the A bomb site, but Karrigan's trying to sell a fake towards B, and it's working. Stewie's made his way all the way to market. 3 people stuck on B, but do FaZe have the timing to move into A? It seems they do. Nothing is going to get headshot by Nico in the Palace position. He's going to hold the high ground. Rain's made his way into connector. How do Cloud9 fight back into the A bomb site?
This is really hard because Nico shouldn't be peeking CT really very often in that position. He's going to fall all the way back as well. Skadoodle has got the angle, but they have the angles themselves. Alu, nice shot there. Knows that Stewie's coming, but there's more where that came from. A flash to peek. Very good stuff there from Cloud9 to push into forward positions, but they still have to take down Alu. He's such a problem. Skadoodle has him, though, with that AWP of his, and now Rain holds down the back as well. FaZe looking fantastic here in this overall defense. As Automatic goes for the spray. It doesn't quite find the finish on Karrigan, but now he's very weak. Automatic's running out of time right now. And the CT, as rather the FaZe clan, are playing this perfectly.
Awkward for C9 at the end of that round, running out of options. And again, they got wiped out in that round. So once their buy comes in, you will see a distinct lack of money The problem on the CT side is if you go double up on the first round, you lose the first and the second, you've got nothing to fight with in the third. Nothing. No cash whatsoever. Double ops again. Cloud9 all in plays in round 1 and 2. And again, they're off to a good start, but is it enough? They had a good start last round, didn't win the round. Nothing with a nice pick off towards Tetris. Can it continue though? No, he's going to get traded. Automatic picked off in the meantime. And again, a good start, a flashy frag, and now it's a 4 versus 2 for FaZe.
I can see some frustration there on Stewie's face. Immediately as nothing dies, they know that it's impossible to really retake this realistically. And as you said, their money is so strained by losing 2 in a row that they'll be hard pressed to actually buy in this last round. So there's a big incentive for FaZe to just hunt these kills with every single player. Let's see if they can keep these guns alive, these Cloud9 players. It's going to be tough. FaZe knew that they were saving straight away, so they have a lot of time to do this. Now Shroud's down to 1, and he will eventually fall. Stewie needs to survive. He needs to survive. They have no money at all. And he'll go down. Rain with the wallbang actually from the B bomb site itself. You don't often see the frag made in that way, but he will this time. Oh, no, this is a nasty situation for Cloud9.
Yeah, they're fighting with pots and pans in this round. Things only going from bad to worse for the C9 side. It's a game of T halves, and there's still Cloud9 3 rounds and a T half to come, but you definitely don't want to start at 0-3 facing match points. And that looks very likely with what little they have to fight with in this round. Stewie's making a play through the underpass, as you can see. 2 players in B for the CT side. He'll play patiently, aiming maybe for a crouch peek perhaps. A little bit low his crosshair. No one venturing low from FaZe just yet into the underpass. 3 players in mid, and I wonder if they'll have a look from the back. Nico clearing out the connector area. And Stewie, he needs to make a play soon. Otherwise, opportunities may be lost. Speaking of which, picked off from the back. That's going to compound the problems for Cloud9.
Nico, the assassin, has made his way behind enemy lines now as well, as he moves in towards CT spawn. And looks for more kills, and to set his team up to just win the round in the safest way possible. You never want to be overconfident or overextend really in a round like this. And his team can just wait for Nico. They've got plenty of time to do so. And he should find another free one. And there it is. Free one at number 2 for Nico. And it could be number 3 very shortly as well, as there's a player on the stairs, but that'll be dealt with by the rest of his teammates as they march on into the A site, which has been cleared quite methodically by Nico. Now it's just automatic and Shroud to try to do this in this last round of the first half of overtime 1. It's a desperate situation. A very desperate situation here for Cloud9.
Shroud dueling in the underpass with a CZ, soon to run out of bullets. Double peek as well from the T's, and there's just nothing going Cloud9's way. But they're going to have to get this half, these halves even, out of their minds. The T half is to come, and that's where they had their success here on Mirage. That's where they'll need to, because it's match point, 3 match points for FaZe, as it's their turn to defend on Mirage.
Cloud9, they have to win 3 in a row on the T side, and that was, as you said, no problem really in regulation time. You know, they had an amazing half on the T side, but now with all the context of having, you know, FaZe battle back on that T side of theirs, just winning all those rounds in a row. This is where you need that mentality, that quality of a champion, of just having that composure, being able to stay in the moment here and play your best game no matter the situation. Quick smoke on top mid here for Cloud9 to take some ground early on, but Nico wants to put some pressure on as well. He's got a teammate out there. Oh, Stewie's fast though.
Stewie making his way in, but there's only so much he can do, and that's not much. Oh man, Skadoodle just made a play through the smoke on ramp, but Rain is there. He's up close. The fights continue on the A site. Shroud carrying the bomb now, has got lots of CTs to deal with, but maybe automatic can run distraction. They had the flashbang towards ramp. They know somebody's there, and that's the bomb down. Again, this is match point for FaZe. Automatic's got 2 players to kill, and that smoke is really going to slow things down. Got to be careful with that tracer. Every 3rd bullet will give his position away. He has time. He can simply wait out this smoke. It's about 18 seconds, but He might have wanted to reload. He's got 12 bullets in his magazine and 2 players to find, so at this point, if he reloads, his position is given away, and a double peek is likely from the CT side. So he's got to gamble with what he has, at least for the time being. Awkward angles, that smoke, second smoke will disappear towards triple and leave him more exposed, especially considering Carrigan's position. Although as that clock continues to tick, Carrigan will move around a little bit. And there it is, 19 to 15, a monstrous comeback from FaZe versus Cloud9, who looks sure to take Mirage, but no, FaZe looking unstoppable here at the ECS finals.
Absolutely gutting there from Cloud9. If you just look at how they were playing, the fact that they couldn't close it, that's going to be something that will haunt them for quite some time. But it really also speaks